Today we are going to study about scholars of subcontinent of 18th century. Now start from Shah Waliullah. Qutbuddin, properly known as Shah Waliullah, was born in Delhi in 1703. Belonged to a respected family. His father Shah Abdul Rahim founded Madrasa Rahimia and also had to compile Fatwa Alamgiri, a book of Islamic legal text under the direct supervision of Emperor Aurangzeb Alamgir. Shah Waliullah received his education from Madrasa Rahimia and also taught there for 12 years. In 1724, he went to Arabia. He was greatly influenced by the teachings of Abu Tahir bin Ibrahim, as a well-known scholar of his time. He returned to Delhi in 1732. The social and political condition of India during Shah Waliullah's time was extremely bad. There was political instability and insecurity of life, property, and honor were not secure as there were a number of disruptive forces at work in the Muslim society. Disintegration of the Mughal Empire had started in the Muslims were split up amongst themselves. There were Shia Sunni revolt and Marathas Judge Sikhs are threatening to overwhelm Delhi and finish the once mighty Mughal Empire. This was just because of ignorance of Sunnah and Quran. Shah Waliullah believed that many of the problems Muslims faced was due to their ignorance about Islam and Holy Quran. That's why Shah Waliullah translate Holy Quran into Persian language, which was the main language of Indian Muslims of that time. The ulama criticized Shah Waliullah, but his work proved very popular. Later, his two sons, Shah Abdul Qadir and Shah Rafi, translated Holy Quran into Urdu, which meant that many more people could study it. Shah Waliullah wanted to solve the revolt of Shia and Sunni. Shah Waliullah very firmly rejected the belief of some Sunnis that the Shia were not Muslims. He tried to bridge this different opinions by writing an account of first four caliphs of Islam in a way that should acceptable by both sects. Shah Waliullah encouraged Ahmad Shah and pleased him to launch an attack as it was the only way left to save the Muslims of India when Marathas were threatening the Mughal Empire. Due to his effort, Ahmad Shah Abdali, the ruler of Kabul, combined his forces with Najibullah, the leader of Rohillas, and attacked India in 1761. This battle, which was also known as Third Battle of Panipat, Ahmad Shah Abdali defeated the Marathas and tried their power, but due to lazy and ease-loving attitude of Mughal rulers, the Muslim could not avail this golden opportunity of the conditions created by Shah Waliullah. However, he was able to arouse the consciousness of Muslims of India. Shah Waliullah was led to rest in 1762, happy to saw the defeats of Marathas by Ahmad Shah Abdali, but disappointed that Ahmad Shah did not stay back in India. His sons and followers ably continued his work under his successor. The Madrasa Rahimya also continued to flourish.